Yo, what's the deal, y'all? We're gonna talk about Dave East and Harry Fraud's new album, Price of Pain, released on July 29th. 14 tracks. Let's get right to it. Papaya Juice. Um,
Papaya juice.
Man, I think the sample was pretty fire, man. Transition and beat switch up, I like it a lot. East has some slick lines on there. Pretty much retrospectively, like messed up my mental, need some palm trees. But for the most part, for most people that wouldn't be a great bar, but I just like simple things that people pretty much tap into where they are presently. But I will say that it felt monotonous because the flow was no different from any of the previous albums.
Right.
So it felt like even though it's the intro track, it's like you heard this before. What you think about the Papaya Juice?
The beat,
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
10 out of 10 crossboard.
yeah.
My only issue with Dave East is he put so much words into one line. It sounds like he's off beat, but
Mm,
that's not. He's not off beat. It's just like you take away one word, it flow a lot better. Feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
That's my only issue about papaya juice. I love it. Um, far as the competitive flow, you're right about that. Need to change
yeah,
that up.
yeah,
But I feel like that's his signature.
yeah.
So I think
The
that's gonna
repetitive
be
flow, yeah.
hard.
You
That's
think
gonna
it's
be hard for him to switch up.
yeah, but as we go through the whole album, there is some variation there. But when you say that, what you stated that repetitive flow is there, but as far as the the writing itself, when you say that there's too many words within the bar, right? Do you think that
Yeah.
it would mess up his rhythm in a sense if he did that,
I think it would make his rhythm a lot better.
yeah,
Cause I feel like I had that problem at one point, bro. It's like when you put so many balls and it comes off. I don't know if you listen to G Herbo, but it comes off like G Herbo. Feel
gotcha.
me? But Dave East is a 10 times better rapper than G Herbo. It's just he put so much words into 16, bro.
To a 16, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
To a 16 or to a bar?
To a
I know
bar,
over
not a
into a bar,
16.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be
I got
one
you.
bar, it's just too many words, and it just offset everything else from after that bar.
I got you. Yeah. I'm asking these questions because someone is gonna ask that, so we're gonna check
Yeah,
that
it's
box,
just
right?
that bar. It's just that
Yeah,
bar.
yeah. All right. So next up, we got Everything Is Up. Like for me, first of all, Harry Fraud, he did his thing on this album. I know we only into track two, but it's important that we state that. You know what I mean? Like he did his thing. Can't even front him on him at all. He's a veteran at this state in the game, and he's shown why he is who he is. As far as Everything Is Up, baseline is money. The drums slap. The use of the vocal sample, I love that a lot. And then the clean guitar chord progression. You know, I love guitars in a sense. Benny's feature was solid, typical Benny. Pocket was the highlight. Had a dope line in there where he said, "They happen to catch one side of your life. Don't see your struggle, so never take any advice on being humble." That was fire to me. Like that really jumped out to me, man. Hook was tight. I think that was the best part of Dave East's writing as far as performance goes. But I will say this: I thought that his verse was lacking variation. And I think that's a trend going from track one, right? Like I stated that before, right? Um, Everything doesn't have to flow the same. Like a slight change, like you stated, is something that I thought that it could have needed or used. Sometimes like a simple thing like a voice inflection. Sometimes he raps and
His tone
it's
is just,
monotone. You never get like that
yeah,
peak in his voice, like a
bro.
sense of excitement, right? Like or driving a point home. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that particular song, "Everything Is Up," was missing that. It's not a bad record. Production is fire. Benny did his thing. The hook, I like it a lot. But once again, Dave East's lack of variation for me is was the low part of the song itself. What you think?
That's exactly what you said, but I feel like he would have been better as a feature on that record.
So you mean it being Benny's record and
I
then
think Benny should have led, and
mm, I get you. Okay.
yeah, he should have been a feature because that's what it gives off. Like, it's your song, but Benny had so much energy, it took away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It took away so much. You mentioned it. You said it was a lack of. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's energy, it's tone. Benny would have did a lot better if he was first. Even if they would have kept the same hook,
Mhm.
he could have kept the same verse. It would have been a lot better, bro.
Yeah.
But
So
you said everything. You said everything. I thought. I can show you my. You hit it right on the hit,
And I
right
believe
on the
that. Yeah,
nail, bro.
yeah. It's not a bad record. He's 2 for 2 at this point, but for the most part, he hadn't or hasn't reached his peak as far as writing goes in this sense, right? But
That's Benny
that's
did
what
his thing though.
yeah, but that's what songs are about, right? It's not always about the verse itself. It's about everything in totality. The production can sometimes, be the MVP. So,
Replay value was up there though.
got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll play that back like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
But
All right. So next up, what we got? Hot peas and butter. Do you want to talk first, or do you want me to go? What's up?
I feel like I just love the beat. When I see AZ name, I think of songs like Phone Tap, or I think of Life's a Bitch. So I'm expecting to hear that type of AZ. Flows change, but the
Mm-hmm.
beat is so fire, bro. Like it's
Yeah,
tough, and I feel like it was too advanced for Dave East as well, bro.
yeah, yeah. All right.
But
So you like the production a lot.
just
What
the
about?
production, far as the lyrics, I give it like a 6.8.
Okay. Yeah,
But the beat, 10, bro. Like I can play the beat alone. I'll be okay with it, bro.
yeah.
I'll be
No
okay with
doubt.
it.
At least for me, I thought the production is the highlight. That's what I wrote pretty much. The
Yeah,
drops and sequence and take it to the next level. Harry Fraud was in his bag.
that's
Uh,
so tough, bro.
Verse is not memorable. AZ had a tight verse, but I thought his pocket was off just a bit. Um, but that's not the issue for me for AZ because you always gonna get the jewels. I think the problem with his verse is the mix. You can tell that those were done in two totally different environments.
Yeah,
And I
it's
listened to it in a couple of different environments. I was like, nah, you can tell this one was emailed over. Um, Dave East, although his performance wasn't that great lyrically, the quality of his voice and the mixing was much better than AZ's. Um, but I think this was Dave East's best form of no, the best form of his writing is the hook. Let me
and that hook was tough.
revise that. Yeah, I thought that as
That
far
hook
as this
was tough.
song, that's where it goes. So next up we got Minding My Business.
Mind of
Check
my
this out, man.
business.
Production, I love the clean guitar sample, the occasional horn stab or riff. I don't like the song at all though. The
Thank
hook is
you.
lazy, flow is redundant.
Thank
Um,
you, bro.
I don't, I don't.
Cause you had me scared in the beginning. I'm like, I might have
Nah,
to go against the grain, cause
production is fire, man. Like that's to go. That's to be expected based upon how far we've come within the track list. But I'm not a fan of the nah. That's a skip for me.
yeah, that whole
It's
track is
lazy.
mid. And the reason why I say that is because it's hard for Dave East to stay on topic.
Mm,
Like, Mind of My Business is a good, it's a good title. But if you listen to the song, you don't know what he's talking about until the last 4 bars, and it goes back to Mind of My Business. But if he's just rapping, you don't know what the song is about.
mm,
So I really can't. Oh, my fault. I can't really lock in with that, bro.
yeah.
So that's
And
a
I
skip for me as well.
but that goes back to my original point. Well, one of my original points where songwriting is everything. Sometimes nowadays with a lot of rappers or MCs, whichever title you would like to use,
Right.
um, you don't know what the music derives from because sometimes the hook don't got nothing to do with the verses and vice versa. Or sometimes they'll just take a statement from a verse and just name that the title track.
That go back to papaya juice.
There you go. There you go. All
There
right.
you go.
So next we got Follow My Lead featuring Snoop Dogg. I'll let you go.
That's a skip for me, bro.
Uh,
That's
uh,
a skip for me.
Skip. Yeah.
Man, because
Any highlights? Any?
I feel like we got to get used to sending verses back when we don't like them. Like, we
Okay.
just can't take a verse because he's OG or that's Snoop. It ain't fit this song. It wasn't right. I skip, bro. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. And for everybody in the comments section, I know we're not getting into the drama. We understand that 38 Special was originally on this track. All that stuff
Right.
happened and he was taken off. He's not on the track, so I'm not even going to review the verse that we heard, but I will talk about the track itself and what I heard.
I have
The
a question
production,
though, because
yeah,
I ain't know that. I just
yeah,
know he was on the album, but I didn't know he was on this record.
was on this track, yeah.
Was Snoop on the record also?
I believe so. Based upon the track list, I think so. Yeah.
And they see, this is what I mean. We gotta go back to, because OGs respect it. If you say I don't like this verse and you write it over, that would have been cool. But had 38 special with Snoop is like, come on, bro,
Is that a
come
good
on.
thing or a bad thing?
It don't match. It's not a good mix.
Yeah, but but sometimes you gotta hear the music itself because on paper sometimes things don't work out. But if we're talking about the production itself and what that particular MC brings to the table, it could very well work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing. Sometimes um, when we're talking about just bar for bar, rapping for the sake of rapping, or we're talking about songwriting, and that's where this song kind of misses the mark for me because
Yeah,
I
bro.
love the production, punchy kick, full body truncated snare. Love that. Clean ghost notes on the programming is fire. Piano loop, chop is recorded in an elite way. It's not very monotonous or repetitive. As far as writing goes, the highlight for East is the chorus,
How
and
you
that's a
feel about
familiar
Snoop
thing.
verse?
Snoop is Snoop. Snoop is
That's
one of the
see,
at this point. Not I'm not disagreeing with what you said because sometimes Snoop for the most part, it becomes background music now. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense,
yeah,
because I'm not because when I listen to Snoop, I no longer know what my intentions or expectations are.
right.
I'm not listen. I don't think he's gonna bar anyone down. You may want some melody or bring in something different to a track, but as far as my expectations, I don't know because we've had so long of a run where it hasn't been elite, so it's just a good look to have him on the track. Now we're
Yeah,
talking 38 Special. That's a phenomenal look to say that I did a track with
the
Snoop
Snoop.
Dogg. Yeah,
That would make a lot
so
of sense.
it would,
But
and
it makes sense with Dave East too.
it does. But they've done work together before.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah,
beat selection.
hmm
It's a lot, bro. And I can't picture 38. You heard the whole track with 38 special on it?
I heard it.
With 38 and Snoop?
I heard 38's verse.
Verse.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
because
how that
when
would
it
have worked
leaked, I
out.
didn't want to listen to it because it's not a part of the album. So when I'm reviewing or listening to the
Right.
album, it's almost as if you're taking away from the entire experience because here it is. This track is not on the album. So now
Yes.
you start taking
Politics.
away points from the album or the song itself because it's like, all right. So I try not to alter or hamper my listening experience, but
Right.
he most definitely would have fit on this.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would have went off. For
yeah.
sure.
So here we got Rosta Pasta is the next track. I'll start off, man. Harry Fraud, he just understands production. I don't know how many tracks we are in right now, but he ain't missed yet. Drum selection, transitions, sound selection as far as whatever VSTs or Sims you got playing underneath, fire. Hook provided a much provided switch up. East is flowing, but lyrically, it just sounds lazy.
And that goes back to naming the song something that has nothing to do with the song.
Yeah,
Like I love the fact that you got a Caribbean artist on it.
I like the hook a
It's
lot. Yeah,
yeah, it's a dope record. It's a dope record, but I don't get the concept behind Rasta Pasta. Like
I
it goes,
understand that.
yeah, it's no structure. Like it's just straight balls and hook. That's
Yeah,
it. But I like the hook a lot. Like you said, I love it, bro. You can hear that anywhere in it. Like I feel like anybody play that in their car.
yeah.
But
It's a good record.
it is a good record.
It's a
But
good
it's no
record.
structure, bro.
Nah,
I don't
and
get the message behind it.
yeah. And that's
Yeah.
another discussion we can have later on, even about like not even just sequence and track list and everything you guys record together don't need to go on the album. Some things can go in the vault, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the world we live in with streaming. The more songs you have, the more chances you have to have a song streamed, have the numbers go up. So here we
Generate
are,
money.
man. Yeah, but Alley Oop is up next. What you got, man?
Alley Hoop, the beat is crazy. The
Hmm.
beat is crazy. You feel me? Hold on, I have nothing wrong to say about this record. It's the one with Style P, right?
Yes, sir.
I have
I should have
nothing wrong to
stated
say.
that featuring Styles P. Yeah, yeah,
Nothing wrong
yeah,
about this record. I love this record. The beat is fire. The
yeah.
verses are fire. The only thing I wish they would have did is took the hook out. They
Oh,
could have
that's what
went
we
ball for
differ.
ball.
Oh, I like. You know what? It's funny you say that because I said I like the song a lot. It sounds like it could have been placed on "Beloved," which was Styles P and Dave East's album. You know what I'm saying? We need that beloved part two, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what they're doing, but I would definitely support that. Or perhaps it could be an LOX song or beat post 2010. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
just sounds like D
It's
Block,
fire.
LOX.
We ain't need
I
a hook,
like the
bro.
hook, but like you
Tough.
stated, if they went back and forth, that would have been fire as well. Styles P was a pleasant addition. They have a
I love
solid
it, bro.
chemistry, like I stated, man. I would love for them to do another Beloved.
And you can
That was a
hear
dope
it.
record. Yeah,
You
and I
can.
like the video too, man. Like Styles P just sounds comfortable, man. And he has a way, like you stated, like with who was it? Benny being juxtaposing someone else's vocal tone. When someone is boring, like when they come on the track, that energy is there and it kind of brings the record to the next level. So I think that was a fire record, man. Harry Fraud, you still batting 1,000 on this album. And the next track is Clive Frasier. What you got?
Skip.
Word?
Yeah, I skipped that. I tried
Word?
to listen to it. It can't catch me, bro. I skipped it.
Mm.
And it goes back to Harry Fraud being too advanced, bro.
So
And
you think he's carrying this project?
by far,
Mm.
by far,
Yeah.
hey, I feel like, let me not say too advanced, because Harry Fraud worked with a lot of different artists, so I can't say he's too advanced. I feel like Dave East beat selection was too advanced for himself, bro. Because I know he picked the beats. I know he did.
So the production is out of his realm.
Yeah,
He can't. Yeah, I got you. All right. All right.
especially with the Clive Frasier.
So I will say that to piggyback that you can't go wrong with a soul sample. We both agree that this beat is fire. But here's the thing about this record: you don't like it, but this is what I do like. The tempo forced East to bring a different variation.
Right,
He's introspective on it, but he slowed down a bit. Going back to your initial point to where you feel like he have too many words in the bar, this was a vast improvement of that, and it was a preview of what it could be if he stuck to it. Now, granted, it's some other elements you're not a fan of. Maybe the execution wasn't there, but I think this record kind of highlighted and showcased that what it could be if he refined or fine tuned that aspect of his writing or rapping. Um,
right.
he was speaking about Nas signing him or his introduction to the game. Spoke about Jay-Z. I like when he get into stuff like that. He had like simple lines that jumped out to me. Anger management is what they require now. Is therapy, like to see the growth. You know what I'm saying? Um, God bless me. Like I never thought they see you in the foreign. They think you never walked. Like stuff like that. I like when he talks like
Maybe
that.
I gotta go back to it.
Yeah, it's not a bad record. I like. As a matter of fact, I like it a lot because he slowed down and it's like he found his pace or he was within himself. You know what I'm saying? But I can't understand some of the things that you're stating because if you listen to the album, it has been so repetitive in the sense of flow and tempos. When you get here, it can be jarring. You know what I'm saying? It's so
Right,
different to where you're like, I don't know if this works. And it goes back to sometimes every record is not meant to be on said project.
right.
If this is on something else, you probably be like, this is remarkable. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
it's funny that you mentioned that. Maybe the placement was wrong.
sequencing, there you go.
Yeah, he could have just made that the third record, and
Yeah,
it would have been
great point.
fire.
Yeah. All right. So next up, we got No One Like You. I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one.
I feel like it's a solid record.
Mm,
Um, it's the type of song that you want to hear more from Davies because he stayed on topic. Like it was a good female record.
yeah.
He wasn't all over the place. He wasn't just rapping. He had a concept to the song. He stuck with it all the way throughout. That's all I want from Davies, bro. That's
Yeah.
all I want. And you good. Like he can rap.
You
But
can.
he don't know how to stay on top. He remind me of Max B. You know I'm a Max B fan, but
You are.
Max B hooks don't match his verses. It's just like you're all over the place. So
Mm,
this record alone, I love it. He stayed on concept. I feel like this could be one of the joints that hit Billboard one of these days if you play it right.
hmm
But you
I
gonna
like
have to,
that.
yeah, you gonna have to push this one.
I
That's
love
that's
that we having this discussion, man, because I don't agree, and I'm gonna tell
okay.
you why. I think this track had an infinite amount of potential.
Right.
Like listening to it, I was like, oh, this could be one. The problem is you got to slow down the tempo. for it to be.
Yeah,
It's too fast.
it is.
That would have provided another way for him to find his pocket,
Right.
rhyming wise. But even the female who featured on the record, it's hard to ad lib or do harmonies or have vocal placement or the correct vocal placement when the
It's too
track is too
fast.
fast.
I get
The
it.
tempo was too much. Just
I
take it
agree
down
with
maybe
that.
5 BPMs and you have something.
I agree
And
with that.
then Harry Fraud could have had an opportunity because the drums are fire, but if it was slower or bring the tempo down, you could add more bounce. And
Let me
now it feel like a summertime record. You know what I'm saying?
let me tell you one thing about today's today's world we living in. You feel me? Somebody's gonna slow it down because they hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So they just gonna slow it down they sub, and that's gonna go off on TikTok like it's nothing.
Son, fam, yo, we in the same pocket. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the last thing I wrote down was that kind of like the chopped and screwed era, pretty much. It sounds like a sped up version of an original song. The reverse. It sounded like it was at a certain tempo and they sped it up. So
Right.
if you bring it back to where it's supposed to be, it would be remarkable. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying? Like, so
somebody
yeah, because you
gonna
know,
do it.
yeah, they should.
Somebody gonna do it.
Because I hear that. I'm like, yo, this is a good record. She sounds good on the hook, but she can't even shine or really show her vocal ability, or he can't even for it to be a female track. It's almost like you're rushing,
Right.
but you're supposed to be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much, man. I think it was a missed opportunity. It's a dope record, but execution,
That's all it
I wasn't a
was.
fan of that. And that doesn't mean
Um,
it's bad, but that little slight tweak would be everything, man.
I love
Thirsty is the
that.
next track.
Yeah, I skipped that one, bro.
Word.
You like it?
So I'll talk about it, man. Tight production, but that ain't saying much because we've been saying that the entire video.
The whole album is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Harry Fraud did his thing, the whole album, bro.
Quality mix and use of panning, like everything is where it's supposed to be. Nice chops. Uh, a lot of rhyming for the sake of rhyming, but it's not very cohesive. I'm noticing the trend with East too, where if he starts something with cat, the first bar, the whole verse is going at cat, hat, baseball
Matt.
bat, tic tac, like it straight through. So that's why I be like,
Yeah.
it's hard to do write songs when you box yourself into a situation like that. Like if he would just take the opportunity to not write the first thing that comes to mind and sit an additional 30 minutes with each verse, he could be remarkable. But it just sounds like he's good at something and whatever comes to mind, that's the first thing that he writes down. And I think this is one of those as well, man.
Right.
Um, it just sounds like verses from a notebook randomly selected, at least for me. Also, you have to start crediting everyone. How
Right.
you got DJ scratches on the track and the DJ not listening to the credits? I never understood that. Like, come on, like
Yeah.
that's something I'm big on. Make sure the engineer get their credit, mixing and recording engineers, DJs or whomever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if someone just had a simple ad lib vocally. If they contributed, make sure they get the credit, man. That's all I got to say about that track. All right, so
I
next
skipped
up
that
is
one.
Life Cycle. I think the grand piano sample is fire. Um, it's so fire that it could stand alone and it stirs your emotions just by itself. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a very good use of samples and finding a dope sample. I thought it was a missed opportunity by East to really take his time and pin something that was memorable. We spoke about that. It's like he writes the first thing that comes to mind instead of thinking it through. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the evolution of an artist, right? You can be a rapper, but songwriting isn't always something that you is a skill that you have. You got to work at it. And I just thought that he missed an opportunity. But it's not a bad song in a sense because the production is so fire to me. The production was an alley oop, pretty much. All he had to do was deliver. Yeah,
The whole album, bro. It's the alley hoop.
yeah.
The
So
production is crazy. This whole album, bro.
yeah, they got to release that instrumental joint, man. Like they really do, man.
They do
But
that. It's gonna be out, bro.
like,
And you know who's
it,
gonna hit them joints first? I don't
who
want to
that?
stir the pot, but 38 gonna smoke on
Nah.
Yo, you gonna be the first one, boy.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right,
yeah, that's
man.
that joint fire.
The beat.
Yeah,
All right.
beat is tough. I
All right,
just
next up, Hustle and My Nature.
one of the best records on the album, bro.
Word.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I don't talk about it
I
because
I love it, bro.
yeah,
They compliment each other, bro.
they got work together. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
think it's
word?
yeah, Crush Calhoun. They definitely got a synergy in the a chemistry.
That
But for
boy
me,
good, man.
I not a fan of that song. The beat was cool. I like the production. I just the hook was solid too. I don't know. It just didn't jump out to me.
You got
Maybe I was getting
you got to double back, bro.
yeah, listeners fatigue in a sense. I'm a double back, but keep in mind that the album is only less than a week old, or project, whatever it is. I'm not even sure what it is, but I'll revisit it. But as for now, the reaction based upon the listens that I've had, not really a fan. But the production is tight. But based upon what you stated, I trust your judgment. I'm gonna go back and listen to it some more,
Fire,
man.
bro.
Yeah. So now
Fire.
we up to track 13, which is "Stay With Me." Um, I will say this: this shows you how production can alter a pocket once again. Uh,
Too advanced, bro.
yeah, this is a great
This is one
example
of
of that.
those.
He sounds hype. Word? Whoa, 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 whoa. For me, he sounds comfortable on there, man. But here's the thing. Remember early on in the joint, I stated that he sounds comfortable and it was slowed down in a sense. And you didn't like that track either. And now I'm noticing that this one sounds slowed down enough for his pocket to really rest and
And I feel
reside.
like
And
he's
it's,
missing words
oh, okay,
on
got you.
this record.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah,
spaced out, but beat
yeah.
fire.
That's a great yeah, yeah. That's a great observation in a sense. Because I thought he sounded highly comfortable on the beat. Well, because maybe I'm just tired of the sped up flow. Da da
Yeah.
da 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 da. Like it sounds as though he sounds a little bit more comfortable on here, but I could be wrong. Or that's just my judgment. What I'm hearing now, but I like the change in octave in the production, and then it went back. That was fire. I think the song is a very easy listen. Some standout lines, some simple things that add to the replay value. You know what I'm saying? Like just the
Yeah.
slow down tempo and a variation in production as far as octaves go. Just it never felt like you was listening to a loop on this album. Like the production is always something coming in, and it's not overdone. So that's
Right.
my assessment on "Stay With Me." Last track, track 14, is "Feel a Casket."
You don't really like that drum, but listen, man.
I got it.
I love it, bro. I
I don't
love
think it's a
that joint.
closer, but I could be wrong, man.
Nah, but the title was a little bit too much. You feel me? But that's one of his best records out the
Yeah.
whole album, like from start to finish. I love that record. It was a good placement on that one.
So you thought that should have closed the album?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it should have closed it for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
That's fair. That's fair.
For sure.
I like the production. The right. It's. I spoke about him having some introspective moments on this album. Sometimes, like I'm at this stage in the game, being a fan of hip hop and music as a whole, and you know this, I love songwriting now. I went through the rapidy rap phase, and he got who's the best punchliner phase. I need depth. Like if you're gonna have a song titled that, let's take it
Yeah,
somewhere. Like,
yeah,
especially when you got a dope producer. And being that this is I just thought it was another missed opportunity. It's not a bad song. I ain't saying it's trash. I just felt like East has more potential to make better songs. But what is potential without effort? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it'll
I'm
always come
probably a
back to
little
the
biased though on that record because it reminds me of Jada Kiss Wild record.
and where?
Yeah, it reminds me of that record. Like
What,
so,
the vibe or just the content?
nah, the content because he's not asking why, but he's saying what if.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Got
just
you.
like it
Yeah.
gives
It's
me
in
that
that.
vibe. I like it, bro. And it's
Yeah.
not too long. It's short.
Yeah.
It's a good closeout for me,
All right.
for real.
Nothing wrong with that. And here, I want to be very explicit about this, right? You listening to this review, right? And or reaction, whatever, whichever term you like to use. But if you listening to what I'm stating, you would think that I didn't like the project. actually like it a lot.
Nah, I like that project too.
I played it in the
He just
gym today, um, Saturday, and it's such an easy listen. It's more so not background music because that can be very dismissive in a sense. Well, not really, but if you're looking for lyrics and bars or elite level of songwriting, you're not gonna get that. But the production is so fire, and it provided such a soundscape or a foundation for Dave East to continue to be who he is
right.
that it works. I just feel like he's leaving too much on the table, or he just found a lane that works for him, and he don't care about being the best. It's just
He
like, yo, this
comfortable.
pays the bills, and I'm just gonna do this.
He comfortable where he at.
Yeah. So, what's your
I
final
love it.
words or your closing on Price of Pain, Dave East, and Harry Fraud?
I love the album. You know what I mean? I feel like he could have did a little better as far as staying on topic. I said that a few times, but that's my main issue with Dave East. He's like he's all over the place. But as far as production wise, fire. Harry Fraud did his thing. He always do his thing. Um, features, he could have did a little better on that. But this is my opinion.
But what features
Everybody
though? Because you
else's.
like most of the features though. If we go
I
back, because
hate
you like
Snoop
Styles
features,
piece.
bro. I hate it,
Oh, what
bro.
did you get Snoop holding a lot of weight on
Hate
this
it,
one?
bro. I
Yeah,
hate it, bro. And it's not
yeah.
Snoop is not trash, bro. But certain things he don't belong on. Like it should have been like a little West Coast because Dave East
I
could
get what you're
do.
saying.
Yeah, Dave East could spit on West Coast beats. Like
Yeah,
he should have found the lane for Snoop if you wanted Snoop to really be on your album. But everything don't need to make the cut. Every
I
song don't
got
need
you.
to make the cut for me.
I agree.
Um, again, it's my opinion. The album's fire. I might change my opinion after I listen to it more than once. I only listen to it one time. It's one time.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go back and listen to it, and I'm gonna take it from there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I respect you listening to it and actually taking notes, man, because it sounds as though you
Yeah,
heard it quite a few times, man. That's real.
yeah. I only
So
heard it one time, man.
there you have it, man. That's the breakdown, a discussion concerning Harry Frauds and Dave East's Price of Pain, which dropped on July 29th, 2026. 14 tracks, features with Styles P, Snoop Dogg, Benny the Butcher, Crush Calhoun.
Fire,
Yeah, man. AZ.
fire, fire.
So go check it out, man. Let us know what you think in the
Listen,
comments section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your folks, and we up out of here. Y'all be good.
you good? Hey, yo, Eves.
Hey yo, E.